All right, guys, I'll take questions. Go ahead.
Mark, losing the points off turnover battle 22-9, just what were they doing? Was that you guys making mistakes, or was that them kind of forcing them?
Well, they're the number one non-steal turnover forcing team in the conference, in conference play. And we did a really poor job managing the press. We weren't in attack. We weren't chasing it for nugget plays. Sometimes when you throw out a press, you just give it too much respect. And we just needed a couple ball handlers to have enough motor to be on attack, and we just couldn't do it. We just didn't do it, so it was very effective for them. And that's what they do, and they did it well today.
Mark, they shot the 14 of 31 from the three-point line. Where did you see the defensively breakdown there tonight?
Yeah, we were not good defensively tonight. In the second half, they shoot 57% from the three-point line. They're the lowest assist per field goal made team in our league, and they were 20-7 tonight. That's just a poor commentary on defensive effort. Inexplicably, to start the second half, we just abandoned defensive assignments, and also Georgia made some good plays. So that was a disappointing effort from us, and it's going to be hard to win when you let people shoot that well.
Yeah, Mark, I'm not even sure how to ask this. It seemed like late in the game when you knew you had a possession where you needed to get something. Didn't see a lot of passing. It seemed like a lot of one dribbling and then kind of a prayer at the basket. Mm-hmm. What were you trying to get out of those possessions?
We had a lot of possessions at the end where we were trying to work some peel game. We ran a couple underneath out of bounds actions. And at that point, you're trying to go as quick as you can and get some positive action. And the plays were hit and miss a little bit.
Hey, Coach. Seemed like until late in the game, most of the offense tonight come from Owe and Chandler. What was going on with the other guys, getting in the offensive flow tonight? Yeah,
the press was distracting for us for sure. We ended up playing on our heels, and it was actually hard for us to kind of establish anything other than early in the half court, because we just, to be honest with you, our lead guards did a poor job going back and demanding the ball so we could get into a familiar space. We just did a poor job. We really did, and Georgia did a nice job of not allowing us to do that. And so we ended up not functioning as well as we do. I thought they did a nice job coming out of the gate just with incredible intensity and force, and they got us on our heels, and it took us a long time to respond.
Coach, in the first half, you guys were up 9 at one point, and then we're trailing at the half. Yeah. We're also seeing that you're running a much tighter rotation, it seems, in the second half opposed to the first. Yeah. Do you want to see what's going on in the game and then adjust, or what's the difference in the two halves?
Well, we don't have that many players, first of all, and so we got to find a way to get our guys' minutes down. I probably can't have Otega at 38 and DA at 36. It just because our actually performance suffers as those guys get fatigued. In fact, really what we saw in the first half, we kind of had the game in hand. We've been really diligent in transition defense. Georgia's the fastest attacking team in our league, and then we fell apart. We had some poor offensive possessions where we bailed on our transition defensive assignments. It's just as simple as that. And you cannot take plays off in this league. You can't get distracted, especially when it's the number one thing on the board that we have to accomplish, which is consistently every single possession being in transition defense. And it was some of our, And we just allowed ourselves to get distracted. We actually started the game well. We were functioning well, and then we just let Georgia get into a flow in transition, which is what they do. And we never really fully recovered in the second half. We had some half-court miscues and some transition defense miscues, some that were generated by poor offensive decisions at the rim. It's the number one shot blocking team in our league, and inexplicably, we still were really stubborn at times, the second 10 minutes of the first half and at times in the second half, about working hard to get the rim and then take on the power play and make a play for a teammate. It's incredibly frustrating, but it's a space where, you know, we're going to struggle. As much as we don't do that, we're going to continue to struggle. We struggled that way tonight, and it just is, you know, it's poor decision making on our part.
Mark, Ortega is over 20 points for the sixth time in his last 7 games. What to you has been kind of the key to getting him unlocked in this consistent?
Well, I think I was probably disappointed with his game tonight. You know, the breakdowns that mattered in the game were tough, and you know, he's carrying a lot of burden on our team. But I know he wants to put a better performance out there on the floor. Anything else? Thanks, guys.